And so actually, you even talking to me, us talking every morning, I feel a little bit sad about it because by you and I just talking, I'm probably putting you in danger or making you a danger or a perceived danger to some of the people around you. Some of the people may even love you. I'm talking about relationships. I feel bad. It makes me feel very bad. I have seen scenarios where little things that I have shared with people and broken down has caused relationships to come to an end, and that's not my goal. Because I do believe that despite the fact that others may be threatened by intelligent black people, the only chance you have to really survive in this world is by being an intelligent black person. Unless you want to be a slave, unless you want to be exterminated, unless you want to be used and manipulated and exploited and all these other things that they say happen to black people. So if intelligence and sort of being introduced to new ideas and critical thinking skill is scary for you and scary for other people, then you're always open to go back to the comfort of simply being a sheep. You can go back to ignorance. Why do you think that there are smart people who dumb themselves down? Well, because they don't want to make others uncomfortable. They don't want to be seen as a threat. They don't want others threatening them. Or because remember, when people are triggered and they perceive you as a threat, then that person who perceives you as a threat may become a threat to you. Like, I'm going to beat you up because you said something that reminded me of how ignorant I am. Now, I brought that. So I started the conversation with that whole interaction I had with that basketball player because that's what it kind of ended up becoming. It became a time where I said, I think I almost feel like he's trying to bully me or something. And but I'm a grown man. That doesn't really work very well, But it was still kind of like, wow, like this is so interesting. Like I'm going to rather than talk to you about how we're different or how we can learn from each other. I'm going to harass you to the point where others who follow me, I think he had over 1 million followers, my followers are going to harass you too. So I went to New York. I was in New York City, and a brother came up and he said, "You're Dr. Boyce Watkins, right?" I said, "Hey, how you doing, man?" And he said, "Yeah, yeah. Kwame ate you up when Mama's cooking. Ate you up when Mama's cooking." And I said, "I'm sorry, sir, but I don't listen to bullshit. I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you like? We're not teenagers anymore. I'm 50. Like I don't, maybe when I was 12, that would have made a difference, but at 50, it doesn't. We're adult. You know we're adults, right? You know that you're 42, but you sound like a teenager, right? So my point is to say that sort of that video reminded me of that experience because to this day, in fact, Judge Joe Brown called me recently, and I got to call him back. Thank you. I'm glad this came up because he's friends with this guy, and I want to add. I was still curious, like what happened here, or what did I? So my point is to say to you, not to talk about myself. Let's put that to the side. Um, I'm gonna say this, and I want to say it humbly, as humble as I can. I know that I'm not stupid. Okay. I had more education by the age of 25 than most people will have their whole entire life. I was teaching college students when I was 22. So if you want to call someone a smart ass, I probably was a smart ass. And the worst part of being more educated and more intelligent was that I was committed to always doing my best to be as humble as I could be. I never ever believed that I was better than anybody, but I also didn't believe anybody was better than me. So knowing the second part is what allowed me to be courageous in the face of adversity or challenges or bullies. But also the first part of knowing I'm not better than anybody was my way of staying rooted into the ground. I didn't want to become one of those arrogant people. But the problem with that, the downside of that though, was that because I didn't believe that I was better than anyone or more capable than anyone, I assumed that everything that I understood, everybody would get.